Panther Ranger. Hey YouTube, Panther Ranger here. It's been a long time since I did a review, and now I'm back with a review of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection, A Squad Green Ranger from Power Rangers SPD. But before we get him out of the packaging, let's talk about the packaging. Of course, you have like the Power Rangers Lightning Collection logo right there. It says the season name and the character's name at the bottom. And you have an amazing Tom Whalen artwork along with the Hasbro logo. And you have like the age and warning sign. And on the side of the box, we have like, you know, like a continued artwork of like, you know, the Ranger by Tom Whalen. And on top, I don't know if you could see that right there, there's like a SPD logo on top, which I do think they did a good job with. And also on the back of the box, you have like a 3D rendering of the art and of the figure as well. And you have like a random stuff over there. And on the side, you have like an amazing artwork from Tom Whalen, which is also amazing. And on the top, we don't have nothing much except for like green stuff on there. And on the bottom, we have like, you know, UPC and stuff like that. Alright, let's get him out of the packaging. Alright, we finally got him out of the packaging. But before we talk about the figure, let's talk about the accessories. As you can see, he does come with extra pair of hands, which are mostly fisted hands in case if he wants to get ready to fight in battle. But I do think they look really good. I think the detail of the gloves, actually, I don't know if you can see that clearly. That actually looks really good. They look like actual gloves, actually. That has a really nice detail. And of course, like, you know, he's got his signature weapon, the A Squad blaster. I do think they did a good job with the details of the gun. Really, like the handle and the green paint. Also like the SPD badge that they included as well. I don't know if you could see that clearly. Focus. There you go. And also it does look a little... Come on, focus. There we go. I think they did a good job with it, making it look like an actual gun. And last but not least, we have like, you know, this effects piece, which looks really good. It kind of looks like they did a good job. I really do think it looks good. And of course, you can get it to, you know, hey, come on, this thing. There we go. But it kind of looks a little bent though. Like, I don't know if you could see that. It's look pretty bent. Yeah, just use like, you know, like a hair dryer to like clean it up or something, or like straighten it out. Alright, let's move on to the figure. Alright, so now looking at the figure, as you can see, this helmet is actually a repaint of the Black Space Ranger from Power Rangers in Space. Like, if you can see right here, just like right here, that's like an exact repaint of like the helmet actually. And this is actually like an upgraded version of the Black Space Ranger, which is actually painted, you know, green though. And I really do think they did a good job with this green paint actually. And the badge, I do think they did a good job with the sculpt. The helmet, like with the SPD and all that stuff, that's like amazing. And the whole like headgear is like painted very well. And the sculpt is very well too. And now looking at the chest, I do think they did a good job with like, you know, with the dog logo, of course, and like the vest and all that stuff. That's amazing. Yeah, the armband that says like SPD, and like I do like this A sculptor. I do think it's sculpted very well to represent the A Squad. Same thing right here. It's also that's also really amazing as well. Like the belt is basically the same thing as like, you know, the Red Rangers. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, the belt is basically the same, but this is a little more like a gray flash. This is a shiny silver. I think that's how it should have been. And also the back as well, like the melt is like, you know, amazing as well. Like, you know, like the Morpher, that is actually the same thing, but it's like more shinier. And on the back, as you can see, like, you know, the back of the vest is like sculpted very well. I do like the details of it, like, you know, and even the black paint I really like, but there's a little bit of a smudge over there. I think that's a QC. I think I could fix that or something. And for the legs, I do think that the leg guards like look really good. I do like this knee pads, I actually do think they sculpted very well, especially the A's and the lines for the leg guards as well. And the feet are actually like, you know, sculpted very well, and the hands that he has is like the weapon holding hands. I do think they did a good job. And I do think they did a good job with like this whole sculpt of this body mold. It's kind of like a repaint of the in space body mold. I do think they did a good job though. It's alright, so now you saw the details. Let's talk about the articulation. As for articulation, you can rotate his head in a 360-degree angle as well. And you can rotate his arms, like, you know, the shoulder pad is kind of like, you know, blocking it a little bit. And you can rotate his, like, arms as well. It's, like, same thing, like, with his left as well. And you can get him a little bit of an ab crunch as well. You can't do a... And there is a bit of a butterfly joint as well. Actually, that's a lot. That is an actual butterfly joint. And you can get his legs to move up. And you can get it to move back. Like if you can do like a double knee joint as well. Same thing right there. And there is a double elbow joint as well. If you can... I think my figure is a little bit stiff, like, you know, I don't know. I think it can go up to there. And you can rotate his hands as well. And of course you can get him to hold his blaster as well. Come on. Okay, here you go. Would you look at that? That looks really good. And to measure out this figure stands at about like around like it's around the 6 inches scale, like, you know, it's like 6 point something, like, I don't know, but it is in that scale though. For your SPD comparison, here he is with the B Squad Red Ranger. They're basically around the same height. For your in-space comparison, here he is with the Black and Pink Space Rangers. So basically, like, you know, these two are basically the same body molded, but the Pink Ranger is like a little bit shorter because like a female figure. Next we have the Time Force Red Ranger from the Lightning Collection. As you can see, he's also part of the, you know, the scale as well. Next we have the Yellow Zeo Ranger. As you can see, she's a bit shorter. Next we have the Marvel Legends Black Panther reissue. As you can see, like, Black Panther's a few inches taller. Next we have the Marvel Legends Ant-Man. As you can see, they're almost around the same height. Next we have the Marvel Legends Spider-Man integrated suit. As you can see, Spider-Man is a few inches shorter than the Green Ranger. Lastly, we have the Marvel Legends Wasp. As you can see, they're almost the same height, but Wasp is a few inches shorter. Overall, I give this figure a solid 9 out of 10. Like, what I like about it is the details, such as, like, you know, the helmet, the vest, like, you know, the armor, and the armor pads and the belt as well. But one problem I have is the hand articulation as well. And there was a little bit of a smudge at the back of the vest. But I do think this is a good figure though. So if you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up, share this video, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notifications, and I will see you again in another video.